There's something magnetic about the things left unsaid, something irresistible about mystery. You see, in a world full of noise, what captures a woman's heart isn't what you tell her, it's what you make her feel. The difference between a man she forgets and the one she craves isn't found in words like "you're beautiful." It's found in the depth of his presence, in the way he sees her beyond what everyone else can see. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Shift Daily. Today, we're going to talk about something that almost every man gets wrong, and yet, when you finally understand it, it changes everything about how women respond to you. The topic is, stop saying you're beautiful, say this and she'll want you inside her. Now, I know that sounds bold, maybe even provocative, but stay with me because this isn't about manipulation or tactics. It's about understanding the psychology of feminine desire, the emotional code that most men never learn to read. You've probably said it 100 times before. You're beautiful. It feels like the right thing to say, doesn't it? It's polite. It's affirming. It feels like appreciation. But here's the truth. It's also empty. Not because beauty doesn't matter, but because those words have lost their impact. They become background noise in her daily life. Compliments like that are safe, predictable, and most importantly, they don't move her. Desire isn't born in the obvious, it's born in the unspoken, the unexpected, the psychological spaces between words, the ones that reach under her skin and make her feel seen in ways she doesn't even understand. When a man tells a woman, "You're beautiful," what he's really doing, often unconsciously, is putting her on a pedestal, hoping she'll reward him for noticing what everyone else already has. She knows she's beautiful. She's been told since she was 12. What she's longing for isn't another reminder of that. It's the experience of being seen for what others don't see. Desire begins when she senses that you are present enough to notice something real. Not her appearance, but her energy, her contradictions, her rhythm, her fire. That's where attraction lies for women, not in how much praise they get, but in how deeply they feel seen. So, what do you say instead? Speak to the part of her that isn't on display, the part she doesn't advertise. Tell her the way you talk about things you love makes everything else fade out for a second. Or say, "I noticed how you pause before you laugh, like you're holding something back." It's hypnotic. Suddenly, you're not talking to her face, her hair, or her body. You're speaking directly to her soul. And that's what most men never learn to do. When you speak to her essence, not her exterior, you disorient her in the best way. You break the pattern she's used to, the endless stream of shallow compliments. And in that moment, you step out of the category of just another guy. You become the rare one who actually sees her, and that moment right there is what awakens her desire. Because when she feels seen beyond her surface, she starts to imagine what it would feel like to be fully opened by a man who understands the language of her inner world. Complimenting beauty is often rooted in an unconscious assumption that your value comes from recognizing hers, that if you say something nice, she'll give you approval, attention, or even affection. But true masculine energy doesn't seek permission or validation. It doesn't try to impress, it reveals. It reflects back something about her that even she didn't know she was showing. That's real power, not the power to attract with charm, but the power to awaken with depth. Desire, for women, isn't about what's seen, it's about what's felt. It's about the psychological space that opens between two people when curiosity replaces certainty, when observation replaces praise, and when presence replaces performance. So next time you're with a woman, resist the urge to fill the silence with flattery. Let her speak. Observe her. Listen not just to her words, but to her rhythm, her tone, the way her energy shifts. Then speak from that place. Say something like, "There's something about the way you hesitate before answering. It feels like you think more deeply than you let on." That one line will do more for her desire than 1,000 "you're so beautiful" comments ever could, because it shows presence. And presence is what women crave more than praise. When you're truly present, you're not trying to get something from her, you're not trying to impress. You're simply witnessing her, and paradoxically, that's what makes you magnetic, because presence is rare. Most men are too distracted, too performative, or too insecure to offer it. But when you do, when your energy says, "I'm here, I see you," she feels safe enough to open. And when she opens emotionally, she begins to want you physically. That's how attraction grows, from emotional safety into physical desire. It's not that saying, "you're beautiful," is wrong. It's that it's insufficient. It's surface. level. It's lazy. What she wants isn't more admiration, it's connection. She wants to be engaged like a mystery, not displayed like a trophy. She wants to feel like you're tuning into something sacred, not just scanning her for what's obvious. That's when she starts to lean in. That's when she starts to imagine what it would feel like to be truly seen. Because in the end, it's not your words that get under her skin. It's your attention, sharpened. Specific, fearless. That's what penetrates her emotionally. That's what makes her crave your presence. Women don't want charm, they want connection. What turns them on more than your compliments is the feeling behind your words. The authenticity, the calmness, the courage to just be real. When your energy says, I don't need to prove anything, she relaxes, her guard drops. And in that stillness, her imagination starts to open. That's the secret most men miss. Women aren't looking for constant praise. They're looking for emotional relevance. They don't want to be validated. They want to be felt. They want to know that who they are, their thoughts, their emotions, their contradictions, all matter to you. When you reflect that back to her, she doesn't just feel attractive, she feels alive, and that's the feeling she'll always associate with you. So stop defaulting to compliments, speak from presence. Let your words be born from what you truly observe, not from what you think she wants to hear. Because when a woman feels that, when she senses your calm, grounded energy, when she experiences you as a man who isn't trying to impress, but to understand, she becomes drawn to you with a force she can't explain. She won't just want your attention. She'll want your presence. She'll want your energy inside her space, inside her mind, and yes, eventually, inside her heart. Be that man. The man who doesn't flatter to get close, but who sees deeply enough to awaken something sacred. Because when you stop saying she's beautiful and start showing her that you see her, you become unforgettable.